every gig worker out there, even if you are beyond the boundaries, beyond the borders of the United States, I still wish you a happy 4th of July. This is a rather strange happy 4th of July. I'm sure we have a different understanding of celebrating July the 4th. To live in these times where you cannot go to the beach, where you cannot throw big parties, you know, what does the meaning of the 4th of July still have if we have to be boxed into all of these conditions, right? We will be closed. We will be closed. Haven't you seen that sign everywhere? So I welcome you all. I wish you, your families, your friends, nothing but the best. A happy, happy 4th. However you may be celebrating it tonight or today. Right now, it just got dark. I can hear the first fireworks outside. I'm spending the 4th of July with me, myself, and I. It's just me here at home. Everyone else is gone. They've gone on a little vacation. Jimmy, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Happy 4th. My fiance, my kids, her kids are all having a little vacation. And Torsten has to tie up some deals. And we have Paulie in the house. He says, happy 4th. I wish you a happy 4th, my brother. Paul Figueroa, well done last night, $450. Thomas Gibson, $500 yesterday on Uber. They also just sent me pictures of the new Drive Pass or Driver Pass. I'll be talking about that, and I don't know if you guys received that email or that message from Uber, Drive Pass, where you can actually buy a pass as a driver. Very, very strange. I want to welcome John's J. DeGravio to the house. I want to welcome It's Moose to the house. I want to welcome Real Rideshare Stories to the house and say happy 4th of July, you awesome people. Whether you are working, whether you're not working, however you are approaching this day, could be a very, very big money day for many, right? Especially, I know in the Excel category is one of my biggest days on Excel was the 4th of July, driving people around a few years ago, big groups. Probably a fantastic day, a big money-making day for drivers if you're out there today. I stayed at home. I've been working hard, working on a couple of deals, putting a lot of contracts together for Spot Above. We just shot 1,000 short little videos that are going to be launched soon, getting all the marketing. So it's been work, day and night, and my only really escape has been my 55 Chevy Bel Air, which is turning out to be a gem. Triss is in the house. I wish you a happy 4th. Ababu Maru is in the house. Happy 4th, my friends, you and your family. Interesting times, right? Interesting times. I just read that the girlfriend of one of the Trump kids got COVID-19. I believe one of the Trump juniors said COVID is a hoax. It doesn't exist. It's real, my friends. And the numbers are staggering, between 50 to 100,000 people a day. I don't want you to get affected. And not wearing a mask, I think it doesn't make us macho. It doesn't make us a tough guy. Let's look at other countries that worked. It's not fun wearing a mask. I mean, for decades and decades and decades, if not centuries, doctors and nurses have all worn a mask. Why do they wear a mask in the hospital? Why do they wear a mask in the doctor's offices? Because they expect us coming in with a disease or a sickness or a virus, and they protect themselves from us. So it's not like masks were just invented on the 4th of July or during the pandemic. They've been around. Use them. They work, right? I've had a couple of crazy insults from people on my videos where I say, hey guys, just please wear a mask. And they say I'm an absolute PUSSY for marketing or for saying we should wear masks, and that they don't wear masks. And it was really like a tough boy message that a few people sent me. Good luck to you. When you're 6 feet under the ground, guess what? I'll swing by, I'll throw a quarter in your grave, and I'll wish you good luck, right? The odds of me wearing a mask, the odds of you not wearing a mask, I think it'll be in my favor. But again, it's up to you. I don't want to finger point and say, you must wear a mask. You decide. You decide if it's good for you, if it's not good for you. Uber and Lyft have a very clear policy, no mask, no ride, right? Sadly, a lot of riders are abusing this. I'm getting a lot of text messages and a lot of, even today on the 4th of July, people were deactivated over riders making a big drama story out of this, how drivers were forcing them or I don't know, whatever the reason is, but drivers getting deactivated over riders not wearing a mask, rider then filing a complaint. It's plain wrong. And Uber and Lyft should protect those drivers all day long, right? All day long. You going out there, you're on the front lines, you're an essential party. Just the fact that you are driving, they should never ever deactivate you. But hey, archetype gamers in the house. Awesome. How are you, my friend? And he says, I wear masks while doing food deliveries. I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. Trading US stocks says, happy 4th of July to everyone. We wish you the same back. Trading US stocks. I always appreciate you here. I always appreciate your input. If you are with the kids, enjoy those fireworks. Stay safe, stay healthy. Remember, pets, dogs and cats are horrified of fireworks. Try and put them in an area that is very silent, right? Try and put them in a room where they cannot hear this. It's traumatic for animals hearing these explosions, right? Boo Boo F says, happy 4th of July. It Smooth says, big correlation between large public events and uptick in COVID-19. No doubt, right? No doubt that the protests, although I think they were very necessary, I'm sure they contributed to the numbers. I'm sure bars opening up, all the restrictions being dropped, thousands and thousands of people on the beach. Big crowds bring big trouble, right? And we're right there back to square one. And that's after everyone was working hard for 2.5 months. People were really working together. The numbers were starting to get decent. And then everything went south when they started everything up again, right? Got to ride out this storm. We got to practice a little bit of patience. We got to just ride out the storm. George Gilham says, happy 4th from Fort Myers, Florida. Haven't driven since March the 25th. Finally got my first week of unemployment. Yeah, baby. We celebrate you. We celebrate you. Awesome. He got his money. Money isn't funny in Georgia's world. He's got the cash in the bank. I love it. Those are the success stories. Michael Earnhardt. Masks are required by everyone in Texas when outside. Yes, they have to wear a mask rule. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. And it's not the end of the world. I mean, if you're in your house, if you're on your own, you take the mask off, right? If you're in the car with a client, make sure they are wearing the mask, you wearing the mask. All my private clients, I had 2 today. Oh, by the way, I had a great conversation with the Deputy Attorney General today, the one that works under Javier Becerra. He invited me for lunch at their house down on 3rd Street in Santa Monica. And I picked up a couple of bottles of wine. That's what I did. We had a big lunch. And then I took them for a short ride. Well, it wasn't too far, Long Beach, which I had to go anyway. And I got $200. And here's the cool thing. They had put together a food basket for me with wines, with everything, with cheeses. I mean, at least $400, $500, and said, thank you for everything you do for our family. We appreciate you. Happy 4th of July. And then I got this massive food basket. I was blown away. I was grateful, nothing but gratitude for such a beautiful gift from great friends and clients. On 4th of July, I wasn't expecting that. It's Smooth says I was a Safeway grocery store today, and oh, you were there, and they had an employee at the door enforcing the mask rule and handing out sanitized carts. Did you guys see the Costco Karen video where she throws a fit about the mask? They call it the Costco #Costco Karen. You guys got to watch that. Look it up. It's too funny. So I did read an interesting story. I am happy that people are moving, more towards food deliveries, Instacart, because it's just you and the food in the car. Food can't really harm you. You're in and out of that restaurant quickly. You pick up the food. You've got your mask on. You deliver it at the house. Maybe you just put it down at the door. Whatever arrangement you have with the person that ordered it. Hopefully you left with a mega tip. I do think that's the safer way to go. There is a interesting story out there. Have you guys seen this character? Now, he's challenging people to make $100,000 with Uber Eats. Okay, this character here, 30 days into the job, God bless him, he's made $8,000, which is good money. I believe he put about 5,000 miles on his car. I'm going to show you the video. And guess what, my friend? You're working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? 84 hours a week times 4. What is that? 320, 336 hours a month. That's month one. You have 11 months to go. At that rate, my friend, and I just want to warn you, you're going to burn yourself out because you cannot sustain 365 days at 12 hours a day, and he's putting that challenge out there. I wish him nothing but the best, right? If he wants to, he's done 30 days, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 84 hours a week, 336 hours a month, 5,000 miles on his car, and he has 11 months to go. If he wants to hit that 100,000, he's put the challenge out there. I think it's rather bold. I wish him well. Trish says, food can't complain to Uber and get you fired. I love it. Hey, steak, you're not wearing your mask. No. Hey, hamburger, shut up. Okay, so listen to this guy. Little something on 4th of July.
I'm driving Uber Eats for 12 hours a day for the whole month of June.
Wow.
See how much money I can get.
This Uber Eats driver brought home $8,000 in June driving 12 hours a day.
Ryan lives in Salem, Oregon. The 26-year-old joined the Air Force after high school and started an online business after getting out of the military in 2016. But the coronavirus dried up his income, and most businesses were in a hiring freeze because of the shutdown. And that led me to find a way to pay the bills, and that happened to be Uber Eats, and I decided to show my journey and share it with other people via TikTok. Ryan decided to drive the Uber Eats maximum of 12 hours a day, every day, for the month of June and track his progress on the social media apps.
That's pretty cool. Great marketing.
From 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. with a 1-hour break in between.
10 a.m. to 11 p.m. with a 1-hour break.
I might as well set this goal and see if I can obtain that, because if I can do 30 days with 12 hours in a car, I pretty much can do anything, at that point.
That's true.
My goal was to make $8,000 in June, which would work out to about $96,000 over the course of a full year.
A lot of deliveries.
We quickly learned that getting there would be a matter of quantity, not quality.
Mm-hmm.
I make about $10 per trip, so it's equaling, averagely, it's about the same. So every single day.
So you must have done almost 800 deliveries in that month.
I went on 28 trips, so it equals out pretty well. So on an average day, I'm probably making anywhere between $250 to $350. Lion reached his goal one day early. Guys, I just want to let you know, he did it.
Ababu.
Over 8,000.
I'm with you, buddy.
For the month of June, he brought in over $8,300. He averaged about $280 a day, which would be over $1,000.
There's no life, right? No life, 12 hours a day. No girlfriend, no nothing.
Would average out to about $1,400 a week, or just under $73,000 a year. Lion spent almost $600 on gas and put nearly 5,000 miles on his car.
5,000.
Other than that, the challenge did not take much money out of pocket.
and I got an oil change, which was $49. So subtract all that. I had to
Taxes.
get a little phone holder for my car, which was $5. But other than that, I think it's all profits and taxes. I forget about that.
Lyon's experiment proved popular on social media. He gained over 100,000 followers and more than 1 million.
Could be
likes
making more money on TikTok.
In June alone, many users reached out to him with questions and unsolicited advice.
Yeah, a lot of people, they're just asking if it would be great in their area, or if they think that I think that they should start driving Uber Eats. But yeah, there's some people that are concerned about my well-being, my car.
Wear and tear, Leo, on that car is insane.
Most of them are taxes.
12 times 60,000 miles a year, 3 years later, that car's gone. Mustang.
Leaves him with about $5,400.
I know I got to pay it next year. I think I get a 1099 form, and then
I think.
I just go that route.
I think.
And then just have a tax professional help me like I always do. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do.
Like I always do. Like I've never done.
Concerned, thinking I'm not going to pay my taxes, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to pay my taxes.
I am. Finally, I'm going to pay my taxes.
But he hopes to translate his new following and extra cash into a career as a content creator. Whether that happens behind the wheel or not remains to be seen.
And I've got 1 million likes. My best video has 4 million views or something like that. I don't know. I might just write out this TikTok thing and see where that goes.
Hey, good for him. Good for him. 5,000 miles a month, 60,000 miles a year, 30% to taxes. He's 1 month in, 12 hours a day, 84 hours a week, 336 hours a month, averaging $250 to $300 a day. Probably around 750 to 800 deliveries per month, if I'm doing the math correctly. He said he's making about $10 per delivery. Try and do that for 12 months. Let's talk again. What I think is really cool is that he's actually, he's gaining so much valuable experience. He's setting himself crazy goals and crazy challenges, which is good in life, right? He has built out a very, very successful TikTok channel, which he can take into many, many directions afterwards. So there are a lot of positives here as well. But the question is, like with anything in life, you start something, right? We often, with people that have a lot of start cycles, right? There's very few people that actually follow through and do the complete 360 and reach completion, right? Starting, doing, completing, right? He started this. He's 1 month in, right? He's got to do it for another 11 months to complete it, to complete that challenge, right? And I wish him well on that journey. I really do. And he sounds like a very upbeat, wonderful person. I congratulate him on a crazy stellar performance on his TikTok. Obviously, he's encouraging a lot of young people to do the same, to set their goals, to create their own challenges. I see some more names in the room. I want to give a shout out to Duke Nguyen. I want to say happy 4th of July. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I want to say a big shout out and happy 4th to Rick Nelson. He says, my unemployment got stuck in the data stream for EDD. Check yesterday, still same as when I applied in April. Hammer them, buddy. You need a call. Call. Just torment them with phone calls and letters. Write them a letter a day. I'm waiting. I need the money. Just keep on writing those letters, right? Ababu Maro says there, did you see the one Lyft driver that says he makes $4,000 a week? Yeah, I mean, maybe possible. Maybe you had a $4,000 a week, but can you sustain that, right? Can you sustain that? He must be driving day and night. That's all I can say, right? But good for him if he's making $4,000 a week. Now, the one thing, anybody Has anyone heard of the driver pass that they're trying to sell you? This is a report that I'm getting from San Diego. Anybody heard about that? Rock, Rev Dean says persistence pays off calling EDD. I'm glad you were persistent and it probably paid off for you. Congratulations, that's awesome. Persistence in anything, whether you start something, you work on it, you're persistent, you complete it, you get the rewards. Input equals output in life, right? So I hope you got the money, Rock Rev. I really do. Tris says if he's local, I can change his 12-month plan. LOL, that's funny. Yeah, this driver pass, I'm going to make a video about it later. You can apparently buy trips and get like 0%. I don't know. I don't want to give out any wrong information. I'll make the video for tomorrow. I'll make it tonight and I'll post it in the morning. Paul Figueroa told me about it in San Diego. He tried buying it. He tried to buy this driver pass and it wouldn't allow him. But you pay 0% service fee. 0% service fee. You buy a certain amount of trips. Never ever in my wildest dreams would I have thought somebody could cook up an idea like that. You have a driver pass. You're buying a driver pass for trips, for a certain amount of trips, to get certain amount of benefits and rewards. Nobody has used it. I haven't received any feedback, but it's out there. I've seen the screenshots and it looks crazy. Driver pass. Scott Tucker's in the house. As far as Vegas on the 8th, which is only 4 days away, I will probably just be driving through Vegas on the way back. I'll be making a video and maybe doing a 1-hour pit stop with all this spiking and with all this craziness. I don't want to subject fiance and kids to any possibilities. So I'm being rather on the safe side. Maybe we do a car meetup or something like that. But or maybe we line up the cars and we do a group picture. I still want to do it, but I'm also listening to the family's request. Is everyone enjoying their night? Arch Type Gamer is going to open up a beer. Cheers to you. That's good. Does anybody want to take this guy on this $100,000 challenge with Uber Eats? No, thank you. And, use that money wisely. Use the PUA money, the support money, the SBA loan money. Use it wisely. Do something good with it. Start your own company. Start your own private limo service. You have so much know-how. You have so much experience. Challenge it and channel it into something great, please, on the 4th of July. So a very, very different 4th of July, for sure. Who would have ever thought that we would be sitting here experiencing this type of 4th of July? What I hope, what I'm praying for America is that people start coming together. I'm sick and tired of the divide. I'm sick and tired of the politics. Less division, more unity. If there's anything I could wish for on the 4th of July, it would be less division, more unity. In Vegas, in Vegas, Arizona, Texas off the hook, California off the charts, Florida way off the charts. So there's certain states where it's just going off. And guess what? I mean, I'm sure that Vegas, busy weekend. I'm sure a lot of people are heading up there for this 4th of July weekend. I got a report today from someone that said, One Little Lamb Bible study, good to see you. Much love to you. Hopefully you're staying safe. Hopefully you're having a great 4th of July to you and your family. I heard today from a friend who drives out there. he said that it was very busy on the strip. So I just hope that the people are wearing masks. And not wearing a mask doesn't make you a tough guy, right? Just wear the mask, right? Increase your life expectancy. If you want to see 2021, just wear the mask. It's that simple. Scott Tucker says, yes, I'm staying home through the COVID. Good for you. Duke says 50,000 a year is doable, but 100,000 a year will lead to burnout. 100%. Very well said. Burnout is probably the key word there. Why do you want to burn yourself out? Why do you want to compromise your health, screw up your back, put on crazy weight because all you're doing is driving and eating in your car and probably stopping at fast food outlets? That's not the way to go. I would rather adopt Duke's philosophy here, his vision. I'd rather earn $50,000 and be extremely healthy and have a life than earning $100,000, having no life, living in my car, and getting very, very unhealthy in the process. Okay, that was after 1 month. If we could see further documentary from this gentleman, 3rd month, 6th month, 9 months, I want him to be honest. 12 hours a day, running and gunning, 12 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Report on your health. Report on your life, right? Did you go to any dinners? Did you have any social life? Have you lost friends in the process? Have you lost family in the process because they don't know who you are? 12 hours a day, 12 hours a day. If you got to ask, you don't know. Work smart, not harder. I like that. That's from day one. That's the message that I put out there. Work smart, not harder. Work smart. Work with your noggin, friends. Here, use this God-given gift brain, your cranium. Use it. It's there for you. Use it. I appreciate you saying that, my friend. It's very nice of you. He says, follow the prof to get the tips. I am full of gratitude today as I sit here. I really am. I mean, I miss my family. They're all gone. Obviously, I'm spending 4th of July on my own, and it's very different. I have heard limited fireworks outside. I haven't smelled much barbecue in the air. I went outside. Usually there's a strong smell of barbecue in the air. Nothing. Rather quiet. But I'm filled with gratitude. I had a great lunch with friends. I got probably like a $400-500 gift basket with best wines, champagnes, cheeses. I mean, everything they put together in this massive basket for me. And a great payment for a trip. Rick Nelson, Duke's right. I make $50,000 a year gross, but do take 2 to 3 months. But do take off 2 to 3 months a year. That's good. That's the right way to do it. Rick and Duke, you're on the same page, right? Rick, it means you have a life. You get to go out there. And Scott says, just for statement, COVIDera, hashtag. Got to wear my COVIDera shirt. I wore it in public once and somebody laughed. It was so funny. And they actually got it. COVIDera. How's COVIDera doing today? I remember that day I drove down to Venice on the Lime scooter, but frickin' phone and the Lime was giving me so many hassles. The only thing I didn't have with me was the toilet paper. I wanted to pound his house with toilet paper. Trading US stocks says, don't fret, rideshare prof, you got family all around you. Thank you, my friend. How cool is that? This is my family here. It's my rideshare family, my gig family. I consider you family. Being able to reach out, make great friendships, throw parties, meet people, go out for dinners, help drivers out, feels good. Gotta say, what am I grateful for? Obviously, I'm grateful for my family, for my health. I'm grateful to build out such an awesome group of friends that you can communicate with openly, honestly, people that are not shy to share what's on their mind, people that exchange information, people that help each other. I mean, in my wildest dreams, I'm saying this on 4th of July, 2020, and I sort of wish that 2020 didn't exist. I wish we could fast forward to 2021. But in my wildest dreams, I would have never thought that this is possible. And when I say this is possible, is that people can come together and form relationships, right? The relationships that you can form in a stream, I never thought that was possible, right? You feel like the people are right there with you, right? You feel like you can exchange information, you can feel out, you can reach out, shake Rick's hand. You could feel like you could reach out and go and have a beer with Duke or with Jimmy or Archetype Gamer or anyone. Stephen DeLong says party at Profs. If you bring your masks along, if you can make sure you all stay 6 feet distance, I'll definitely put out a lot of tables, right? But can people follow those rules? You know, I've had 2 people yesterday, oh, you PUSSY for wearing a mask. Really? Is that what you think of me? Because I'm wearing a mask? And does that make you the Mr. Tough Guy because you don't wear a mask? Right? I don't want to have to come to your grave. I don't want to have to come and throw a quarter into your grave and wish you good luck up there in heaven. Right? Do what's necessary. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sacramento, California. I mean, it takes me up north there every, I'd say every 2 months I go up there. Give me a reason to come to Sacramento, to San Francisco. I'll be there. Beautiful part of the country. I like going up north. It's buffering. Is it still buffering? Everything is buffering. Oh, the other one is buffering. Well, happy 4th